Hey everybody, it's Boy Shadow here. For all you tabletop wargame fanatics, I got the project for you all to try. It is a river section. I'm going to be showing you how to make it. Alright, let's begin. First, you're going to need a piece of foam and 4 pencils. Shown in this picture here, the outer pencils are going to be the outline of the game terrain piece, while the inner pencils are going to be the riverbed outline. Taking the foam with the pencils in it, trace out your river piece. It's best to do this on one big section of foam. I did it on this piece just for an example. I then marked it in a pen of tracing where the pencils were at. Taking an X-Acto knife, I carved out the outer edges. With the X-Acto knife, round off the edges of the piece of foam. Then, with the X-Acto knife, cut the lines like shown in this picture. You're then going to cut down the middle. At the end of each piece, make sure you cut halfway down, shown in here. Next, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver. With screwdriver in hand, make sure you hold it like that, shown in this picture. Then with your thumb and screwdriver, start chipping away or, plucking off the areas that you cut. As soon as you get far enough into it, you should be able to remove the pieces with your fingers. Make sure you save those pieces. They can be good for rocks and rubble for other terrain pieces. With that done, it should look like this. Next, you're going to take ballast or sand. In this case, I used coarse ballast from Wood, Lead, and Scenic. You're then going to take wood glue, or in my case, Homer's glue, and dab the areas where you see fit to put the ballast or the sand. With a watered down brush, make sure to spread the glue evenly into the areas that you want. 15 to 30 minutes later, you're going to shake off the excess coarse or sand. Here you see I raided my grandmother's medicine cabinet and got a Dove spray bottle. I emptied out the contents, rinsed it out, put some water in it, and put a lot of glue in it and shook it thoroughly. I then sprayed the watered down glue on the coarse or sand. Make sure you do this at least 3 or 4 times between letting them set dry. You're then going to take black paint. I got this at Walmart. It's a pretty good brand for making terrain. You're then going to paint the coarse or sand black. After the black paint dries, you're going to paint it gray or any color you want the rocks to be. Then after the gray paint dries, you're going to dry brush the rocks white. Or it should look something like this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some brown paint and some black paint as well. Do it in a 1:2 ratio, black being 1, brown being 2. And then you're going to paint the riverbed. While the paint is still wet on the riverbed, take brown paint and paint the outsides. This will give the illusion of depth or shallowness for the riverbed once the water effects are in. Once the riverbed's dry, you're going to paint the outsides brown, the outside barrier brown. While it's still wet, you're going to take turf. In my case, fine turf, again from Wood, Lead, and Scenic. I got green grass and burnt grass. You're going to randomly spread it about. You're going to cover the sides thoroughly, making sure you don't see any brown spots on the surface. Then with the watered down glue, you're going to spray it 3 or 4 times. Again, wait for them to dry each time. While the turf is drying, we're going to be making some cutoff points. These will stop the water effect from spilling out from the riverbed. Take some Elmer's glue or wood glue, preferably Elmer's, I find it works better, on the edge of the riverbed, shown in this picture. Then you're going to take the foam block with the tape on it. Make sure the tape side is facing the terrain piece, and you're going to stick it on there. Make sure you do both sides. After which, take the Elmer's glue and coat the riverbed on the edge where the two meet. You are then going to take your water effect, or in my case, Easy Cast. I find it works best or works good for making water effect. This is a 1-to-1 mix. Then taking light blue paint, I squirted some on the palette, and then used a toothpick to get just a little. I then used the toothpick to stir the water effect. Then, on an even table, pour the water effect evenly on the game terrain piece. After which, let the water effect dry for 24 hours. And there you have it, folks.